Recording. There's only really one trade that I'd be looking for today. We'll go through some things here. Today I think should be all about trade management from the trades that we were in yesterday. So I'll start going through those. I'm open on two trades right now. Not doing too bad. I'm up like 26 pips on the Aussie and up about 30 pips on pound. Yesterday I got in a little late on the pound, as I discussed in the afternoon class. I was risking 50 to make 50. We had a bearish Gartley pattern on the Aussie, which we went short on, which is looking in pretty good shape right now. Just need to manage the risk a little bit on it. So, we have a couple of open trades right now that, are profitable. And whenever you have profitable trades on, best thing you can do is just manage those profits. So that's kind of the name of the game here today. Global markets are really overall they're mixed today. We have the S&P futures and the Dow futures. They're all pointing slightly down. You have Europe that's mixed. Some markets up, some markets down. Let's see. Actually, no. It looks like they've pointed up a little bit here. I think the Dow futures are up slightly and S&P are down slightly. Just a mixed, low volatility open. You see the European indexes are just basically unchanged, 0.09%, 0.1%. Not a huge change on any of those. Asia had the Nikkei up slightly. Just not a whole lot going on from a stock standpoint. So not a lot of volatility. And got oil down like 1%, coming back down below that $50 a barrel mark. So big news today that came out this morning. I'll go ahead and share that real quick. Preliminary GDP here in the U.S. came out at 0.8% versus expectations of 0.8%. That's actually pretty good because inflation is going to be one of those things that the Fed is one of those things, is one of those things that the Fed is keeping a close eye on for the purposes of the probability of raising rates. And then one of the other big news stories here this afternoon is going to be Miss Yellen coming out and doing her thing and talking here at 1:15 here this afternoon. That obviously is going to create some volatility in the dollar based on what she says. If you remember correctly, the Fed meeting minutes and all the speculation has been about the Fed having the possibility of acting in June to raise rates. Anything that she says contrary to that would send the dollar down. Anything that she says that supports that is going to send the dollar up. So whenever she's talking, there's sometimes in her verbiage, the way she uses it, it could send the dollar basically whipsawing in either direction, because I think the market, because they're so focused on the FOMC coming up in June, that they can take her statements in either direction. Best thing to do, in my opinion, is just not have any open trades on when she comes out and talks, especially when you have trades that are profitable. Because we certainly don't want these to turn, not that I don't want these to, reaching a max profit on any of these would be good, but, we definitely want to manage the risk a little bit. Because I want my risk to be very limited. Right now, if you look at the two open trades we have on, I have the open trade on here on the pound. We got in, we were waiting and waiting and waiting for this thing to break down off that 78.6% retracement level, which it did do yesterday. I got in a little late because I got in at 46.60. There's a possibility or probability in that matter that you have a little bit more profitability on the trade than I do. We are certainly past the halfway point of my risk anyway. So what I've been doing is let's see, I have my stop right now. And here, let me put my stops on there. I don't know why that always switches back, but there we go. Had my stop initially 50 pips away on that short trade. Here's where we broke down below. This candle is where we broke down below that 78.6 level. You can see how close to profitability we are right in through here. So what I've been doing is just slowly managing the risk. You can see that I had my stop at this point. I had it at a 3-bar reversal right up above this high. It's time to change that now though, because we have, 3-bar reversal would put us at managing our risk. Here, let me pull up the trade real quick. Let's see, the high 1.46690. So I'm going to put my stop loss at 1.46720. So I'm going to switch it to be a 3-bar reversal right up above that high. Just want to keep managing that because I don't want to get whipsawed in and out. Just trying to capture a 1-to-1 risk reward at this point. I want to risk very limited amounts to see if we can't get that bounce down there to hit that full profitability, which getting within about 10 pips at this point. So definitely want to manage that one. So we're looking at that pound dollar right now. That's one of our short trades. Just keep on managing the risk on that. Other one right here on the Aussie dollar is obviously we're pretty close on this one too. My take profits, I'm about 23 pips away from my take profit on this. Right now I have this was on a bearish Gartley pattern. We got into this one yesterday morning during the class. A little ABC correction coming up right in through here. Initially had my stop right up above this swing high. Overnight, well, I actually moved my stop to be right up above this swing high. Let me add those stop levels again. Why do those keep going away? Okay. So I have my stop 1 pip above this high. Need to manage the risk here once again using that 3-bar technique. Let's see. 0.72. Actually, best thing to do here would probably just put this one at break even. 0.72278. It's close enough in my opinion. And then each time a bar closes, I'm going to keep on trailing it down. So now I have it break even. Yeah, you can see right above that high. Break even would be a 3-bar reversal on that. So I'm just managing trades at this point. So got quite a bit of profitability working right now, and just hoping not to say hopium or anything, but just watching the market right now and seeing if I can't capture some profitability on those 2 trades. So this morning really to me is all about kind of managing trades. I won't say there's a couple. There's one in particular that I'm looking at as far as a possible scenario for shorting the dollar, but we want to be very careful of what we do because we don't want to be stuck with our pants down when Yellen starts talking and being either long or short any trade, whether it be the dollar or a cross pair or anything, because I think the one certain thing that we can count on at 1:15 this afternoon is that we're going to have a huge amount of I won't say a huge amount, but we're going to have some volatility in the market once Yellen starts talking, mainly because we kind of know that that there's going to be some shakeup on the dollar, and so that's going to send a lot of these pairs kind of reeling here. So let's see here. Euro trade would have actually turned out pretty good yesterday. That was one of the other retracements that would have already hit max profit. It's actually looking over here at Mr. Dollar Canadian. So 2 open trades from yesterday, Aussie and Pound, just for those just joining us. I know some people are poking their head in right now. So still managing the trades. We're trailing our stop with a 3-bar reversal and just managing the risk on those trades. If we can escape the day with a nice profitability on both of those, that would be a fine end to the week. We shall see. That GDP number, I'm surprised that the dollar didn't bounce a little bit more on that GDP number that came out. Coming out in line with expectations is pretty big as far as the overall market goes. I'm going to switch gears here to Mr. Dollar Canadian. Let's see here. Not quite a trend line there. I was looking at potential for retracements here. Oh, there it was. I'm sorry, that wasn't a trend line trade. The only one that I was really looking to consider here this morning was I like the level of this retracement if the Canadian can come up and challenge this 3100 level at this 78.6% retracement. But I'm going to be really conservative because I don't want to just be jumping in, because if dollar strength takes hold, then that might pop it above that 78.6% retracement. But I think we can look for an entry here. Probably be one of the better candidates. If we can get a turnaround on the 1 hour totals, anything that could confirm this, but just to be conservative, I'm not going to just go with a touch and close off that level. I'm going to be a little bit more patient on that and wait for it to make either 2 bars to close beneath the 78.6 level, wait for that negative that 1 hour total to go totally negative. I just don't want to be too aggressive in trading, and trading off of that, mainly because I'm already long the dollar. So I'm actually hoping that this goes up. If dollar CAD continues up, that means dollar strength is continuing. So, and that would probably lead me into more of a profitable scenario. Let's see here, 1.31352 would be the stop. If you get one on this, I would just say look for a limit of 1-to-1 risk reward. It's a Friday, so let's try to preserve any profitability that we have for the week on this. So manage your open trades. Close any open trades before 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Yellen speaks at 1:15. I would avoid Yellen as much as you can today. The only strategy I feel would be in the direction of dollar weakness. On the dollar Canadian. We're starting to get that little bout of dollar strength coming back again. So we are big fans of dollar strength this morning. We're in some dollar strong positions here, so we want this dollar strength to continue. We want that CAD to get up there. We want that CAD to get near that 78.6% retracement. Without a doubt, that's what we want. We just need on the pound, all I need is just a little bit of a push to get me to that 1-to-1 and a 50 pip gain. And Aussie, I need a little bit further of a push, but I don't know. One of the good things about this Aussie trade is we're never really in trouble on it. I mean, I think it went negative just a little bit on us, but it just kind of consolidated up in here. And not much was happening until about 3 or 4 hours ago. That's when the market really started moving in the strength into the direction of dollar strength. A couple that we were looking at yesterday. Here, let me pull dollar yen up. We were looking at this dollar yen. If it came down and retraced back down to this 78.6 level, it's never quite gotten there. We were looking at trading this one and really in either direction. You can see how much consolidation there's been here. You know, just really long shadows on the upside, long shadows on the downside, so you can just tell how consolidated the yen has been. Shorter term trend line is actually right through here. That's the trend line I was looking at earlier. From this high, and that covers these highs right down in here. And then, of course, if you kind of connect the dots on all these from the closings right in through here, you can see how hard of a time it's had breaking down any lower. You can probably see where I'm kind of taking the yen off the table. The yen has not been, you know, besides that big move I got on Tuesday where I was able to capture a max profit, there hasn't been a whole lot shaken here on the yen. It's just been kind of oscillating in between these levels for the last couple of days. So I'm going to give that one a bit of a rest here on the yen. So in case you're wondering about our yen trades from yesterday, just kind of taking that one off the table. I still like the buy on the retracement might be a good thing, but you know, just give it a bit of a rest here this morning on the yen. Let's see, still watching that pound. Come on, big boy. I only need like 5 pips from you right now. You can do it. It's funny how we root for trades when they get like really close to our take profit levels. Come on, man. You can do it. Watch that one a little bit longer. Aussie's still trying to come down. It's giving it a shot anyway. So essentially, taking this off the table, taking this off the table, taking this off the table, taking this off the table. And these are the 3 we're really looking at here. Looking for more of an extended profit down here on the Aussie. Continue trailing your stop down. Same thing on the pound. Continue trailing your stop down. Keep on locking in profits. It's got within 2 pips of our take profit level right down in here. That would be a serious bummer if that made a total turn. Where's this? We'll watch that one for a little bit. If something gets that close to my take profit level, I really don't want to give back 60. In fact, I can tell you this right now, I don't really want to give back anything on it, so where's that high? This is total discretionary, but if it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday and there wasn't yelling coming out this afternoon, I probably would just not worry about this and keep trailing my stop down. But since it is a Friday, I really don't want to give back much here today. Since I already have, since I'm already looking for more of an extended move on the Aussie to reach a full profit level, what I'm going to do is I just change my stop here on the pound. I put it, lock in a 20 pip profit. That's totally discretionary. I just kind of brought that, just pulled that one out of a hat. Guesstimated the numbers. I guess if you wanted to be more systematic on it, I could put it at like a 25 pip profit, just so I at least reach a half my risk reward ratio on that. I just don't want to give much back today. I already have my stop at break even on Aussie. Still looking for more of an extended move there. It's nothing worse than, having profits on trades, and then you saw it happen last week with a pound dollar trade on me, to where I had that trade on the pound dollar where I had like 73 pips in the trade, and it got within like 2 pips of my take profit level, and that was when I was traveling, so I forgot to move my stop down, and the damn thing came up and ended up stopping me out for like a 50 pip loss. So that was not what I would consider to be my finest hour last week. That was a tough pill to swallow. So yeah, I went ahead and moved that in to lock in a profit. And we shall see. Market hasn't opened yet. That at least puts me, I'd rather walk away with at least 20 pips out of these trades than walk away with nothing. So let's see here. Yeah, the only one I would really look at, and remember, I would close out all trades before Yellen comes out and talks, because if she was talking earlier in the week, we might actually just watch what she says, and because if she reiterates the meeting minutes, if she confirms what happened during the meeting minutes and says, yeah, there is a higher probability of us, raising rates, then that would be the time where you would want to, maybe, trade after or wait till she's done talking, because I think that if she does that, then you're going to see a big, you're going to see a lot of dollar strength today. If she confirms the meeting minutes, meaning she confirms that, that higher probability, if you will, of the Fed raising rates. If she says anything contradictory to that, which, last time she was a part of a press conference or a speech this big was when she kind of let the markets down, and she was downright pessimistic about what was going on. But then again, that was when they were also freaking out about, global risk, which it seems to have alleviated a little bit, except for our good old, our Brexit scenario. So there we go. Just a reminder that Monday is Memorial Day. That's a holiday here in the U.S. So there will be no class on Monday. Market's still open, don't get me wrong, but that's a vacation weekend for us. We're going to be going down to my sister's house, so no class on Monday. We'll pick back up on Tuesday. there's the handout for today. In fact, making this class, we're actually leaving here in about a half hour, so I shall actually be managing these trades on my phone because we're going to be leaving here a little bit to head down there for the holiday weekend. So personally, maybe that's the reason why I say that, just manage trades today, because that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm not going to be looking, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'm not looking to really trade into anything today also, is, just looking out for that, just because I'm going to be on vacation and I don't want to run into the same thing I did last time when I was traveling. So I'm going to go